Here we are, folks, the last episode of the summer with our 25-26 season kicking off this weekend. What's up, everyone? It's Dave back at it again with a soccer fan walks into a bar, and we've got Diego and Aaron on deck to preview the opening week matches and talk some other news as well. So stick around.
The raid's going.
All right.
Hello.
Welcome. Our final summer series episode of this summer, at least.
What's up,
we
people?
have Aaron here. We have Diego here. And guys, what is it about Mondays that brings the 90-degree weather for us to record here? I don't know.
Because our topics are very hot, and we
boy.
got the hot takes.
It's
we
getting
bring
late,
the
Diego.
temp.
You should go.
You got the mute button ready, right?
And now, as I realize, I'm half cut off by Aaron's screen, so I'm gonna move. Scoot over a little bit. There we
can't
go.
move.
Scooch.
Sorry.
Yeah,
There you go.
move your.
Yeah, move. Just push it this way a little bit. Yeah.
All right. So,
All right, go on.
guys,
I
first
got
of all,
you. I got you.
how was the long weekend?
It was good, man.
Yeah.
It was hot as hell, but it was good.
It was nice. Our company had their picnic, treated us to a baseball game, and gave us Friday off.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Let's go. How about you, my guy?
It's good. I am for those of you that don't know, I'm planning on running a marathon this fall, so I had a nice long 16-mile run yesterday.
There you go.
And I'm mostly recovered from that.
It's a nice pool. That's a nice poll. How many miles does Dave how much time he's gonna get the marathon done on?
I'm hoping to break 4 hours.
All right, we'll pull that up once the time comes.
That puts me at like 9-minute 5-second miles.
Goal's the New York City Marathon, right?
No, I did that one already.
Okay.
New York City Marathon is incredible. It's a logistics nightmare.
Oh yeah.
And do it once. It's great. Every step of the way there's cheering. Don't ever do it again. It literally is just, there's so many people. They close up all the bridges, so you got to get to Staten Island before, everything is closed. It's an incredible achievement. It's incredible to be a part of that event.
It literally is a rat race.
For one time, and that's it. And my luck with the marathons I've run, it's always awful weather. So it was so windy the year I did it that they have, I don't know what they call it, the handicap division that has those kind of those reclining hand carts.
Okay.
They actually moved the starting point for that division
to clear the wind on the bridge
because of the wind on the bridge. They were worried that they were gonna
topple over.
Jeez.
Wow.
So
well, then we'll see again.
Yeah.
How many miles does Dave run, and what the weather is
Yeah.
like? Two
So
polls coming out of this.
I think it's October 26th, Marine Corps Marathon. So it kind of goes back and forth, Arlington, Virginia, into DC and back.
Nice.
You go by the Pentagon, you go by Arlington National Cemetery. Should be a good time.
Nice.
And here we are. Already 3 minutes in, and we're already so far off topic.
Again, the hot takes and the hot comments.
Yeah, the hot
Let's
weather
go.
is melting our brains, I think, is what's going on. So, all right. That being said, not a ton to talk about this week in terms of review. We're going to try to keep this a little bit more brief, and then next week we're back in
Full force.
and
Back to a 45-minute to an hour
happy about it.
episodes.
So let's jump back to actually yesterday's match, the kind of unofficial kickoff to the Premier League season, the FA Community Shield. This was, I believe, it's at Wembley. Crystal Palace, the winners of the FA Cup, against Liverpool, winners of the Premier League. 2-2 after regulation. Palace did win on penalties. 3-2. Goals from new signing, and I've heard this pronounced multiple different ways. Do we know how to pronounce Liverpool's new signing?
Nope.
I don't think so.
Atikete?
I can't even read it.
Atike?
Yeah, I've heard so many people from different parts of the world pronouncing it so many different ways. I
will say etiquette.
Akiteke. Well, either way,
Etiquette, because it's kind of like
we're
Afrikaan.
Nickname
So he's
him Hugo.
Hugo, my boy Hugo.
There we go. So he scored in the 4th minute. Mateta leveled things off with a penalty in the 17th. Jeremy Frimpong, another new signing for Liverpool, in the 21st, and Ismail Yassar in the 77th before going to penalties. And I mean, again, the Community Shield, by and large, is a ceremonial event. Not too many people put much into it. That all considered, Liverpool's first official match
as a champion.
and post Diogo Jota, they lose on penalties. Is Crystal Palace for real this year? We've, Diego, you and I have talked before Aaron, joined the show. You and I have talked for almost a year and a half about Crystal Palace. They had a great end of season in the 23-24 season under interim manager Glasner. Now he's there full time. They were up and down last year, but started to come on again late.
Yep.
They won the FA Cup. We have more to talk about them later on in the show on the bad side of things. But do we think that Crystal Palace is for real this year?
The problem is, how can they start? Do they start strong or do they start like every year? Because that's the problem with Crystal Palace. They're excellent at the end of the season, and it's a very ironic part for a team. I don't know if you guys agree with me, but usually you want to start strong.
Yeah.
You want to win as many games early as you can. Crystal Palace doesn't seem to do that. They just start how they start, whatever happens in the beginning. But come December, they turn the Jets on and they just get result after result and they climb the ladder and ladder. But it's just usually too late. That's the problem with them. So it's all the.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say just Crystal Palace seems to be like one of those teams where when they're coming in, you're gonna cringe for a second. You're gonna be like, okay, they're very tough, they're grindy, but once you crack them,
that's it.
Once you break into it, they soften up.
And you nailed that there. I've always said, obviously this is through the Bournemouth lens, but they're on paper. It's obviously this is not meant as an insult. On paper, they were never a good squad.
No,
but they always seem to be a bogey team for the Bournemouths of the world, for Brighton.
Yep.
I don't know. You could maybe speak more to Arsenal. I don't know what their recent results against Palace have been, but they're always just kind of there.
Yeah.
And
they do not go away. That's one thing they don't do.
They're always mid-table, 11th, 12th place. This was their first trophy in, what was it, 105 years, I think. When they were winning the FA Cup back in the spring. But I really do think that under Oliver Glasner, they are putting something together. If they can hold on to their squad and their top end players, and maybe supplement that with a couple other guys, I think Crystal Palace could be onto something here.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
the good thing is that so a lot of people, like you said, they don't really think much about the Community Shield. The Community Shield is actually they do tend to count it towards the trophy case.
Oh yeah, I'm not. I'm just
saying that. I'm just saying that it gives us a good look at the right. You got the winners of the FA Cup. You got the winners of and you're essentially going to see how the seasons might play out. Right.
Yeah.
You had City, like again, the season that City lost. I think it was last season. Did they lose?
Yeah,
the Shield.
I believe so.
Yes.
To United. Was it United?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it just and then obviously they had a rough season. Not like they're still obviously top table, but it was just one of those not something you normally see from them. So it does give you a look into how things go. So as much as I give credit to Crystal Palace, we might see some struggling from Liverpool.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. And the problem with this Community Shield is that it's meant to be for the top six, for the big six. Usually those are the teams that are playing this first openings, match of the season. So, like you said, ceremonial, like Aaron said, counts to the trophy case. But for Crystal Palace, actually does count to win this.
No, I agree. I think it gives them a lot of momentum.
Exactly.
It proves to them, both
we got this
players, staff, fan base, that hey, you know what, we're here. We can do something here.
Yep.
And for the Bournemouths and Brightons and Evertons of the world, it's just now another team, fighting for that 5th, 6th, 7th, place and maybe that last European spot.
Yep.
And obviously, again, we'll say it again through our Bournemouth lens, I'm not happy about that. But for a fan of the game, the end of last season, where all those permutations from literally Arsenal and Chelsea all the way down to Bournemouth and Brighton could have all been, in and around Europe, Forest included. It was those last couple of weeks of the season were so much fun to watch from a neutral standpoint and just check out all these games and what matters to who and where this one's going. And it was great.
it gives you that weird feeling that like maybe in a couple years we might no longer see a big six.
Yes.
You know, there's going to be people fighting for that third, fourth spot.
Yeah, I mean, again, so we have. I agree. We have teams like Crystal Palace, like Brighton, like Bournemouth, like Everton, hopefully coming back, especially with the new stadium. Also combined with notoriously difficult years from Spurs, from United.
Yep.
Newcastle is kind of up and down. They seem to be playing well, but it seems like nobody wants to play for Newcastle now. They're losing out on every transfer battle. Isak is rumored to be, wanting to leave. So for Newcastle, have they already reached the heights that they're going to reach, and now are they coming back down to earth?
Yeah, didn't they believe in trust the process, and now that process is coming
going to an end.
It might be past fruition.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think it's very strange to have that such a precipitous fall from where they were in as quickly as it started. I mean, I hope I'm wrong, just for the health of the game. But is Newcastle back down trending downward to mid-table? Yeah,
I think so, and I think
I see Europa League.
Yeah. You do?
Which, again, there's nothing wrong with Europa League. Just ask Chelsea.
There you go. That's it. No, but I don't know. I mean, they never got too high up anyways. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they were climbing up. They did what? They didn't do the Champions League.
Yeah, Newcastle was in Champions League.
When? A few years back.
Last year.
Oh no!
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, they finished fourth or fifth.
So I guess
they played.
We still give them a little credit. We still give them
because they were with AC Milan and PSG.
Yes.
And I don't recall who the fourth team in that group was.
Oh no! So I'll still give them a couple of years. I mean, turmoil is turmoil. They got there. They, we got to give them a chance to stay.
I just with the budget they have, with the European money they have, with. Like them or hate them, the huge fan base that they have, the facilities they have. If with all that going for them, they can't sign top end players, and they're rumored to be losing their best player. Well, what else is going on there at that club?
They can go to the Crystal Palace way and start building with small players, building the team, not just building the money side of the thing.
Yeah, so they were in Group F in 2023, 2024.
Okay, so
because last season was the brackets,
right?
Eight
so
teams.
Okay.
But they were with PSG, AC Milan, and Borussia Dortmund. Essentially, the group.
Yeah, that was absolutely the group of death.
That was indeed.
So, all right, well,
but yeah, Crystal Palace going up, Newcastle going down, and we'll see what happens with Liverpool. I mean, it was just a game for them. That one we should chalk it up as an exhibition match that they lost, basically.
Yep.
No, you can't have it both ways. If it counts for one team, it's got to count for both. Come on.
I mean, listen. Sometimes those wins feel a lot better to certain teams. That's the other thing too.
Exactly.
Liverpool shrug it off, but again, it
hurt.
How's that gas?
No, did you see the comments of the fans? The fans were not happy with that. They were not. And I actually felt a little better because some of them were saying, what the hell did you let Lucho go?
Yeah.
You got these guys, but they're not stepping up like he did. And as unfair as it is, because it's just one match, it made me feel good that they still love him over there.
Right,
or the Colombian side in me.
So here we go. The first 3 matches for Palace, they open up Sunday at Chelsea, home against Forest, and then at Aston Villa. So 3 teams, all that are in European play.
Yep.
Top 7 essentially.
Then September 13th, they're home to newly promoted Sunderland, at West Ham, and then home against Liverpool. So, they're playing for the top 6 teams before that October international break.
So I don't mean to go off the rails, but have you guys seen anything about Sunderland? Apparently, all of their preseason games were behind closed doors, no fans.
Yeah. They're very secretive.
Something's going on.
I mean, that is
they're trying to sneak
not
something
totally
in.
Uncommon to have a lot of these behind closed door scrimmages.
But all of them,
but there's pictures of they're playing in their stadium, but the stadium's just empty.
Nobody in
no,
there.
no
one there.
So just from what I know, NYCFC does that all the time.
Yep.
A lot of these clubs do. You just never hear about it. And obviously a team like Arsenal, who you support, there's too much money in these tours
Oh, of course.
to play anything behind closed doors.
Yeah.
But like Bournemouth, for instance, had a double header with Real Sociedad the other day. The first match was behind closed doors. The second match was a ticketed event.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I mean, and again, a newly promoted side like Sunderland, again, not to disparage them, but there's no money in
To staff the stadium.
having people, especially if it's an away match. Who's going to want to watch a Sunderland away? So again, I'm not reading too much into it. Maybe I'm, being ever the optimist for Sunderland, but I don't think there's much in the behind closed doors thing. That happens all the time throughout Europe. We're just so used to following the big clubs that don't do that kind of stuff. All right, we cleared that?
We are all clear.
All set.
All right. So you know what? Let's take that time right now. We'll take a quick break and then we'll be back for 100 Miles to Home and What's on Tap, our previews of the weekend. I can't wait. All right, we'll be right back, guys.
Cheers.
All right, welcome back to A Soccer Fan Walks Into
baby.
a Bar. We have Aaron here. We still barely have Diego here. He had to run and get a sip of water in the break and
running too
barely
much.
made it back in time. He's, you were talking about my marathon training. We got to get you out there running so you can make it here and back in time.
The Weighted Olympics. That's my
There
goal,
you go.
baby.
Holding a tray?
Brussels. Yeah, the 2 mile.
You should do
trade
it.
run.
I'd watch a marathoner doing
Oh,
that.
it's a thing, sir. It's a thing. It's in the Low Countries. It's once a year, and I would love to go and win it all
You
over
just
there.
gotta add a bowl to the end of running.
Yeah, it's
There
like
you go.
obstacles, like tricks with cocktails. It's super cool. But let's not digress. Let's go back to
All right,
soccer.
let's
I
get
love
into
you
it.
guys.
Oh boy. All right, 100 Miles to Home. Not a ton to cover because NYCFC's game was postponed due to field maintenance at Citi Field in Queens, and the Yankees were home. So the Friday night match for NYCFC, I'm like speechless because of how funny it has been.
It's crazy.
All the shtick that NYCFC has given about playing on a baseball field and this and that, and now you pile this on top of it with they're repairing Citi Field, so we can't have a home
We
game.
can't have a home game.
So anyway, moving out to the other side of the river, New York Red Bulls hosting Real Salt Lake, a 2-1 victory, 2 goals from Choupo-Moting, bringing him up to, I believe, 15 this season. To come back from an early Gozo goal in the 3rd minute that put Real Salt Lake ahead. A pair of red cards, one from each team, Diego Luna in the 85th and Kyle Duncan in the 90th. But Red Bulls, again, take the victory. They are, moving forward as we've been kind of talking about back and forth all season with getting hot at the right time.
Yep.
Is this the right time for Red Bull now?
Yep, it is totally the right time. And they've been getting some results, actually, I think. They got a couple of wins, and they're playing their best games right now. They're even controlling the ball now, which is shocking because, as we know, Red Bull is a counterattacking team. They're starting to take the ball over.
Yeah. I mean, they had 55% possession against
It
Real
was
Salt Lake.
crazy. I couldn't believe it.
And 24 shots, which is
Insane
again
for them.
not in their normal style.
It seems like they found a new way to do things internally or something, because that is a huge change, and it's something that's going to help them down the road, because that's what that was their.
They sure hope so, because they are going to need a little bit of help down this stretch run. So New York Red Bulls currently sit 10th place. That is the first team out in the Eastern Conference. They played 26 matches, have 36 points. They are actually joint on 36 with Chicago, although Chicago's only played 25 matches, just ahead of them. NYCFC on 38, but NYCFC's only played 24 matches. So they do have some making up to do here, do the Red Bulls. But like you said, if Choupo-Moting and Emil Forsberg are playing the way they should be, you have to like their odds to make up ground on at least a couple of these teams.
100%.
With what do they have left? 8 matches to play. So
yeah, they just need to get I want to say a streak of 3 wins.
Yeah, and one of those matches is definitely against NYCFC. I know they still have a derby match to go.
Yeah.
So if they play Chicago still and New York and beat them both, then
they should be
as long as they quote unquote hold serve throughout the rest of the season, then they could sneak into those last couple spots. And like we've seen before in the playoffs,
all bets are off.
Yeah, all bets are off. So what do you think, Aaron? And is Red Bull a playoff team this year?
I mean, making the playoffs, yeah. Again, like you said, you see it with any sport. Especially American sports, once you get into the playoff, anything can happen.
Yeah,
yep.
You can immediately go on a 4-0, 4-win run, which obviously in the playoff there's 1 game to play. So
that's it. All you need is 4 games.
Go home.
They follow the New York Giants approach in the playoffs.
Yeah, just make the wild card.
Just make that, make that bare minimum and just win 4 in a row, and you should be all right.
There are worse ways to go about doing that. So
absolutely.
All right, let's get into what's on tap. I kind of wish I had a beer to crack while saying that. There we go. Great sound effect. So we will be kicking off our Premier League season Friday afternoon at Liverpool. Well, we'll be here. The game is at Liverpool against our Cherries, AFC Bournemouth.
Let's go.
So 3 p.m. Friday. We will open up early for that match, and we'll have it in its entirety as we get into our weekend of festivities. And then Saturday morning, we have a split screen double header, 10 a.m. Brighton and Hove Albion. Thank you to Seagulls on Hudson and Mike for everything that you do for us, hosting Fulham. And then one of our newer supporters clubs, the rebranded East Fishkill Spurs, will be here hosting Tottenham Hotspur against Burnley before a Saturday afternoon, another new supporters club.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Barcelona.
The community is growing,
we are expanding into new countries and new languages.
Yeah.
So Mallorca and FC Barcelona, Saturday 1:30. But before we talk about that, let's go back to the Friday, Saturday stuff. I'm going to start with you, Aaron. What do we think? Liverpool, Bournemouth.
I mean, on paper, Liverpool. In hopes, Bournemouth.
Do we put any weight in that Crystal Palace Community Shield match?
No. To be honest,
I think Liverpool's going to be looking for a win.
I mean, listen, you're not going to find a bigger Bournemouth fan in the tap room, at least unless Fletch comes back. But than I am. It's going to be one of these like horror movies where you cover your eyes and just kind of peek through a little bit because I think Liverpool is going to come out all guns blazing, going after it, and we'll see.
So it doesn't hurt for me to put the curse on them. I think they are going to win.
I like it.
They're going to win 3-0.
Reverse psychology from Diego. Here we go. All right. So let's jump back now to Barcelona. Our first match with them as an official supporters group here. What do we think Barcelona has for this year coming up?
Oh, nothing but good things.
There was more drama with I don't know if you saw it, Marc-Andre ter Stegen.
Yep.
So that not only is he back on board, but he's been named their captain now. So you go from
I don't want to be here,
essentially out of the club, to
having the band
brought back, and you get the captain's armband. So very interesting. What has been transpiring. No new Lamine Yamal party news.
No, that is good. That's done. Well, ter Stegen did it to take the heat off.
Took the heat off.
That was the drama. I was like, don't worry about it. I got this. I know what to do.
Ter Stegen was playing chess when everyone else was playing checkers.
Yeah, we were just putting the board together. My man was already checking.
Yeah, I mean, you see it in other sports too, where sometimes the player will get very unruly there, especially during the off season.
Yeah,
they want to leave, they request to trade, and lo and behold, a month later, they're like, "Oh, hey, I love this team."
Yeah. So my understanding was it was all, again, just like everything with Barcelona in the last few years, financially motivated.
Yeah.
In terms of how his salary would be paid out, etc. But like we all said, it does seem to be resolved.
Yeah.
We have Barcelona making a run for the league again and potentially Champions League.
They missed the triplete for a couple of goals. I mean, they could have stopped or play a little bit better defense.
Play any defense
in like
against
5 minutes
against Inter Milan in that,
for 5 minutes, for 5 freaking minutes, man. They would have won the whole thing. But whatever. I don't know. Maybe to be honest, that's one of the what ifs that I do have. I don't know if they would have beat PSG though. I really don't. They were level. Those two were I think, epitome of that team that they were exactly the same.
I think they would have put up a better fight than Inter did.
Oh, 100%. It would be 5-4.
Yeah, listen, 5-4 is better watching than 5-0. Holy cow.
But no, I think they're going back to normal. Nothing but good vibes, nothing but fun. Bunch of kids.
Do we think that Real Madrid can push them in the league this year?
Of course, they always can. I mean, they have the chance, no? I mean, they are Madrid, but just the name alone,
they are Madrid,
requires to be there.
They are also under a new manager.
Yeah,
those adjustments take time. I mean,
Liverpool was under a new manager. Look what happened to them.
Yeah.
It could happen. So
no, but I think Madrid has got it. I mean, second or third minimum.
Any surprises?
It's like City.
Any surprises you see at La Liga this year?
Not Atletico Madrid, but Athletic Bilbao.
Bilbao. Yeah.
They did really good at the end of the year.
Yeah, they were. We watched them a few times.
Good.
They to do what they do under their own self-imposed restrictions in terms of signings.
Yep.
For those of you in our audience that don't know, Bilbao, I don't recall the Spanish language term that they use, but they will only sign players who are born in or family from the Bilbao area, the Basque region of Spain, which actually is, to go back to Bournemouth, where Andoni Iraola is from, and Arteta is from that area, and Unai Emery, and that's funny, and Xabi Alonso.
And that's funny because it's a political thing when it's in Spain, but it is also a talent thing. The most talented players have come from that area.
Yeah.
So like they're just trying to keep their people together.
And they've done a great job of it. Nico Williams has been rumored to be leaving for years, and they managed to hold on. So good for them. I just like we like seeing in the Premier League, the have-nots kind of coming up.
Yep.
Even if it's just for a few years, I'm happy to see Bilbao getting 100%. The press they deserve and getting some recognition for it. So that'll do it for that on Saturday. Then Sunday, Aaron, we have a big one. 11:30 on Sunday, United Arsenal. If we were in 2005, this would be the biggest game in Europe. But here
Sunday, 4-0 Arsenal.
Yeah.
No.
No, I'm sorry. I can't say that because I'm not gonna curse.
Aaron knows the bad juju that you can put on. He's like, don't do that.
Don't do that to me. Don't you put that on me, Bobby.
You got a lot of new players for both teams. I think we're gonna see
an even
giant push to try to score goals. So I'm hoping that Man U, left their back four, alone,
at home,
so that we can keep scoring on them. But
honestly, I think it's going to be a boring scoreless draw.
I don't know.
I think with everything that both clubs have gone through, I think neither team wants to lose to an old rival to start the season. So I think both teams, almost like a cup final, both teams are going to start out very cautiously, kind of get a feel for things, and I think by the time that happens, we're going to hear a full-time whistle.
Listen, I got you. It's going to be 2-2 in classic Arsenal fashion.
Oh my God, they're going to start winning 2-0.
They're going to go up 2-0 and you're going to see 2 goals. Classic Arsenal fashion.
I love it.
You'll get 13 draws.
You know what? As crazy as it is, it makes total sense, bro.
All right, so I'm going to put you on the spot one more time, Aaron. This is what, the 5th year for Arteta?
Yeah.
If he does not win the league this year, is he out?
I don't think so.
Nah, he's second. You can't justify.
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm not saying one way or the other. I'm not giving my feelings.
Like you said last year, it depends on who's available.
Yeah.
Right. I don't think the fans love him. Right. obviously you get keyboard warriors everywhere about
Yeah.
like Arteta out after the first game,
Yep.
right? But the fans love him. He's doing something right.
Yeah.
Second is second. Like, I understand that you want to win trophies, but the dude's it's consistent.
Oh, no, and I for the record, I agree.
Yeah.
You and I
look at
talked
the
about this
team
last year.
improvements.
Who, even if you do
Yeah.
replace him,
Yeah.
who are you
Who?
bringing in that's better?
Yeah. Or that is gonna get you those results, you know.
No, I like I said, I just want to see. I don't want to see no more 2-2 draws. Right? 13 draws last season, and
Yeah.
we still took second.
Win or lose, yeah.
Five
Just
of
win
those
them or
were
lose
wins.
them.
If 5 of those were wins, they were above Liverpool.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, the Invincibles made their lives on draws, so we're gonna put that out there.
But they
How-
still won the league.
How the turntables, huh?
Yeah.
They still won the league. They went 49 games unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, that's going to do it for what's on tap. One for the road. So I don't know if you guys have anything, but Crystal Palace, to go back to them, have officially lost their appeal to play in
Oh.
Europa League.
Mhm.
So they will be in the Conference League. They actually have, where am I here? I just had it actually. They have qualifying matches like next week.
Mhm.
Oh wow, really? Who they play?
So on Thursday, the 21st, they will play in a playoff. They play the winner of, I think it was Midtjylland, who is, I want to say, a Danish or Scandinavian squad, and another team that I don't recall. So they are in the Conference League playoffs.
You know what? This is perfect for them, to be honest. I'm not happy that they lost the appeal, but this is gonna be a great thing for them for this year. It's not super competitive. They're gonna be able to spread themselves between the Premier, which I think is gonna be the most important thing for them, and try to compete for a
Yeah.
title.
Well,
For a
I
title,
will say,
you know?
I don't disagree with you in the sense of more competitive for them. The problem with Conference League, again, it's another Thursday, so Europa and Conference League generally are on Thursday, so you have the short week between. But also the lower, quote unquote, lower leagues like that tend to be a lot more travel when you're going to,
Oh yeah, you're right.
Georgia and Azerbaijan and not major cities too. So it's not even if it's a more local country, you're flying in and then
You're driving
a 2
there.
or 3 hour bus ride. You're not going to, well, Crystal Palace is in London, but you're not going to Amsterdam to play Ajax, or
Yeah.
you're not flying into, Dortmund to play Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah, you're not getting to the airport and
Right.
straight to a hotel.
So
You're
even a
driving.
far away, if you're playing, Galatasaray,
Yep.
You're flying right into the major city.
Yeah.
You're not going to these, third tier cities of that don't
That
necessarily
respective
have the
countries, yeah.
infrastructure. So that's going to weigh on them. I think it'll like I said, it'll be very interesting to see if they can hold together on both fronts.
Yeah.
And then Nottingham Forest is the team that kind of benefited from that. So they will move up from Conference League into Europa League.
Oh damn! What a lucky friggin' shit.
I know.
Jesus.
So anything else you guys got?
Nah, we're good, man. We are 20 minutes on the nose. I like
Yeah, something like that. We're at 30, 34 minutes.
it.
We're
But
on-
we
it's-
love every minute of it,
It's
baby.
okay. We're on Colombian time. So that's how
There you
we-
go.
that's how we
20
roll.
minutes on the dot. Like I said, bro. I mean, I don't understand. I love you guys.
All right.
Thank
Thank you
very
guys so much. Please make sure you like and subscribe on YouTube. Check us out on Instagram, on Spotify, on Facebook.
All this.
Get into the Discord. Oh, our other one for the road. We have just officially started a Premier League fantasy league. For
Oh
us.
no, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So
It's news to
It's-
me.
it's in-
there you go. So, to be honest, I don't know if you can just search for private leagues, but if you can, it's under CDU Newburgh. If you're interested in participating with us and you can't figure that out, just reach out to us. Send me a DM on Instagram. Send me an email, cdunewburgh@gmail.com. Reach out on Facebook, and we will get you set up.
There you go,
in
yeah.
the league. And we'll have some fun with that.
Oh, I'm in.
We'll get to know some more of the players on some of the teams that we don't support as much.
No, that's the idea.
And we'll have a little fun competition among the group.
Yeah.
All right. So thank you guys. We will see you. Stay tuned. We're hoping to get a pre-weekend show done, to preview some of the matches.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll continue that throughout the season. But if not, you'll see us back here again on Monday. So cheers. Thanks again for listening. and we'll see you soon.
Later.